Hey everyone, it's Movie Lover 120 here, and I'm here with a brand new movie review for a new blockbuster release. Once again, going to my 2021 movie reviews. And this review is going to be for none other than a brand new video game movie that got released and a reboot of an old film series, Mortal Kombat. Yeah, 2021 reboot. So, those of you who don't know, I absolutely love Mortal Kombat. Very fun game to play, and especially Mortal Kombat 11 for the Switch. Especially knowing this has characters like RoboCop, Terminator, Joker, all that stuff. Especially the DC versions of Mortal Kombat are also a blast. Especially, y'all know in some of my reactions I always quote the phrase, fatality. In almost a lot of my reaction videos, so... And we all know in the 90s there were two movies, which were both crap. Basically, the 90s films were just PG-13 watered down garbage. Too corny. Well, at least the first one tried to be faithful to games. The second one was just atrocious. Every way, let's just never speak of that movie, please. Well, the first one at least to try to be a Mortal Kombat movie. But, however, eventually, decades later, they announced that they were going to reboot the Mortal Kombat films and make it R-rated. Gory, like the games were. And I gotta tell you, when I first heard that, I was very, very, very pumped. Because I absolutely could not wait. So, the movie just got released today. I went to go see it, or saw it at home. And let me tell you, it was terribly amazing! Yeah! This was probably the best Mortal Kombat movie but that's not really saying much. Yeah, I really, really loved Mortal Kombat 2021. It's just pure blast, a great turn off your brain action movie. Just the best Mortal Kombat movie that has existed so far. It has everything a fan looks for. Incredible fights, blood, fatality, brutality, character development, comedy, more blood and more hits. I enjoyed every minute of it. The video game movie curse appears to finally be over. We can finally forget the nightmare of the old Mortal Kombat cringe fest with the horrendous graphics and awful acting. This film was made specifically for the original fans of the games, and they are definitely not going to be disappointed. The characters, the dialogue, and the inhuman level of violence is all done in the best standards of the genre, special effects leaving little to be desired. In case you are not familiar with the games, don't worry, because the action will leave you satisfied. So what is the plot of this movie? Well, here we go. MMA fighter Cole Yun, who's played by Louis Tan, accustomed to taking a beating for money, is unaware of his heritage or why Outworld's Empire Shang Tsung, played by Shin Han, has sent his best warrior Sub-Zero, played by Joe Taslim, an otherworldly pyromancer, to hunt Cole down. Fearing for his family's safety, Cole goes in search of Sonya Blade, played by Jessica McNamee, at the direction of Jackson Megad Brooks, a special forces major who bears the same strange dragon-making Cole was born with. Soon he finds himself at the temple of Lord Raiden. The Danobu Asano is who he's played by, an elder god and the protector of Earthrealm, who grants sanctuary to those who bear the mark. Here, Cole trains with experienced warriors. Lin Ken is played by Ludi Lin, Kun Lyle, played by Max Huan, and rogue mercenary Kano, played by Josh Lawson, as he prepares to stand with Earth's greatest champions against the enemies of Outworld in a high-stakes battle for the universe. But will Cole be pushed hard enough to unlock his Arcana, the immense power from within his soul, in time to save not only his family, but to stop Outworld once and for all? So yeah, that's the plot of the movie. The film pretty much starts off with a tragic prologue about the franchise's most iconic characters, Scorpion and Sub-Zero. The movie shows that it's not here to mess around. Like most fans of who see their films being turned into a video game always fear that the story is going to be all over the place, but they managed to give adequate time for everyone's development while keeping it engaging the entire time. Sure, I mean, there's still nothing too original. The main focus was to set up the characters and make sure the fans got a proper Mortal Kombat treatment. The spot-on casting nailed everyone's appearance and the personalized, energized this dark-themed film. The biggest surprise by far was the humor of this film, as I certainly didn't expect Kano to be the wisecracking Joker. Half of the dialogue is composed of the game quotes that are more impactful by the constant presence of gimmicks that will make you laugh at one moment and fill you with adrenaline during the next. If you are definitely, on the other hand, usually this fun action adventure fantasy sci-fi movie that deserves to be seen on the big screen if theaters are open in your area, not just because it's the biggest budget motion picture to ever be shot in Adelaide and around South Australia. And it's actually the very first theatrically released live-action Mortal Kombat movie to gain an R rating. Technically it's a second, but the previous one that got an R rating actually was not a live-action movie, and it was not a wide release, it was dumped direct to DVD. So yeah. As far as the strong end, especially considering this is produced by James Wan, the director of Saw, Dead Silence, Insidious Conjuring, teams up with former Adelaide resident Simon McQuaid for his very strong directional debut. Casting's really good too, former Home and Away stars Jessica McNamee and Jessica McNamee and Josh Lawson as Sonya Blade and Kano really pumped the numbers to give really good performances as their characters. There's even some more good performances, including David Field and Angus Sampson as the voice of Guru and his good buddy Damon Herman voicing Cabal. And also Lawson was very hilarious as Kano and probably has the best one-liners of the movie. The comedy is love that, unlike with most of Disney's stuff, the comedy is not all over the place. It's only done at the right times. It's serious when it needs to be, only comedic when it needs to be, which was very split. And this is how you should do comedy in your films. Yeah, take notes, Disney. I'm talking to you. Back to Kano. He's like if one of your best drinking mates suddenly became one of Earth's greatest champions against the enemies of Outworld. And although the role of Kano should come with a warning label because two actors who've played this role before are both dead, so. And for those if you're waiting for a character like Johnny Cage, I hate to break this to you guys, he's not in this reboot. So if you're looking for Johnny Cage in this movie, you're not gonna get him. This one. But thankfully Lord Raiden is present in this movie and along with many more favorite characters of Mortal Kombat. And Hiroyuki Sanada is probably the oldest actor to ever play Scorpion. And especially his opening scene in the movie. I definitely loved his entrance in the film. It was very great, very well built up. It's definitely also worth the price of admission. Many just other notable roles in general, like Louis Tana plays this MMA fighter, Cole Young, there's Mark of the Dragon, and no, it's not some cool tattoo. So, it's very entertaining to watch, and it's about 110 minutes long, and I really do hope that this can get sequels, because the way it ended, I'm not going to spoil it, guys. I can tell that they're planning to make, if this movie does make a decent amount, they might actually think of making it a few other follow-ups to this movie, and I really hope they do that, because this is the Mortal Kombat we should have got in the 90s. True version. So, my recommendation would be, if you're a fan of the games, I definitely will go check this out. Well, unless you're a kid, a really small child, no, this movie is not appropriate for you if you're a small child. This movie is way too brutal, gruesome, and stomach churning, and very profane for you if you're a kid. So yeah, I'd wait till you're older if you're a small child. But if you're around the older age group who plays the games, definitely check this out. See it in theaters if you're able to. Or if you're not, then you can just stream it wherever you can find it on a streaming service. And if it's not released in your area, then I guess just wait for the movie to come streaming in your area, really. But I'm not gonna spoil anything, guys. But all in all, in the end, I just think it's a really, really great movie, and I honestly would recommend you check it out when you get the chance. It's a perfect way for all of us Mortal Kombat fans, and in the end, here is how I am going to rank it. I'm going to give Mortal Kombat an 8 out of 10. Well, and I think that's now 10 reviews in my 2021 movie reviews playlist. 10. Never reached that number in last year at all. Like, hardly. It took a very long time to reach that number. But, then again, it makes sense because a lot of the movies, technically most of these movies were supposed to come out last year, but we all know why they didn't come out last year, so now they're all crammed into this one big year. Some of them are still getting delayed, but most of them have finally found a damn release date, which is very nice. However, this could mean this is going to be, Movie Lover 20 is going to be a pretty busy channel this summer. Especially with all the delayed stuff that's now going out, like Black Widow and The Suicide Squad and Conjuring Devil Made Me Do It, Spiral. A lot of film. It's going to be a lot of films for me to review. On the plus side, we're also one more subscriber away from reaching 90 subscribers. So, that'll be a bonus. Hopefully soon we'll be able to reach 90 subscribers, and hopefully we'll just maybe reach 100 subscribers by the summertime. But, I don't know, that'll be a first review. Thank you all for watching. If you like this and want to see more, and don't forget to like and subscribe to Movie Lover 120.